When Larry and I accepted the position of, let's get this right, we're not actually the co-poets, poet laureates. We're the poets laureate of Owen Sound.
My friends call me a half a poet. Which, great friends.
Yeah. But we're not supposed to be up here telling everybody our problems.
That was a therapy session.
Okay. Anyway, when we accepted that, we said we wanted to broaden the audience for poetry, and one of the ways we wanted to do it was to use music and poetry together. And we also said that what we wanted to do as our special thing was to tell some of the untold stories of working class life in Owen Sound, in Grey Bruce, and in Mudtown, where I live. I've lived there less than 4 years, and where Larry lived when he was younger. For those of you from out of town, well, we're right out of town. This isn't Owen Sound, but for those of you who don't know Owen Sound, Mudtown was quite a rough working class area with many, many factories, but they're all gone today, almost all gone. And so this week, Monday, we were introduced as Poets Laureate at the Owen Sound City Council. For the mayor, like, you could have your own Poet Laureate, and then they could come to your council, and then your poor wardens would have to hear the poetry. So that's...
Good idea.
That's, okay. That's what happened to the Owen Sound councillors. They had to hear us because we came there. And what we did and what we're going to do again tonight for you is a piece which talks about Mudtown in that earlier time. That'll be Larry's part, and he'll give you a little introduction. And also talks about Mudtown today, and it truly is Mudtown because they've been laying new sewer lines along with other things for 6 months. And I'm going to read a piece called Roadwork, which is about laying sewer lines.
And my contribution to the performance piece this evening is spoken word over music, and is more about the past than present projects. I grew up in the heart of Mudtown, down there in the middle of all the factories and shipping and all the busy, busy workers that thrived and flourished there, including my parents. This is my recollection of what went on there and how my path was altered when I ran into this thing. This is called From the Working Class. From the working class, I spent my years welding words on the assembly line of rhyme. And verse after verse after verse, constructed and carted on carriages of chorus, across the bridges I built, and through the cargo door, out onto the metaphor floor. The maker of music in the underfunded factory of song. My father's world was of nuts and bolts and hardwood to be heisted and scaled. While unions of men tending time clocks and whistles of steam scream, it's time, it's time. And the week starts, and the week ends, and the week go home. And the years creep by, markets build, markets dry. And the factory stacks, cracked and crumbled, lay flat on the shoreline, waiting. Just waiting to reappear. Just waiting to hear from the working class.
As you walk next to the old slip, heady with the scent of milkweed, huge digging machines sit waiting. Chicory, its petals still not open, trembles like a blue paintbrush. The 3-axle rock truck driver is just one of the boys. She's not big. In fact, she's smaller than Agnes MacPhail, tall girl off a farm, who said, I too can do this, and I will. Monday is the worst. A long week ahead. The nightly eeriness of the digger, prehistoric mantis under a street light, turned again into a big working machine. You have 50 hours to go. Hey, Stevie, did you go home for a quickie? Lionel was shouting at him from down in the hole. Nah, but that's why you're only a shovel man, Lionel. Your mind's in the gutter.
Out our back door ran 2nd Ave, north to 17th Street, the east side. Corralling the coal and the cattle, the lumber yards, the oil tanks, the ships, and the long, long freight trains. Ah, the freight train's running. Running somewhere into the night. The time did not come back. That was my playground as a son from the working class.
Great jaws swung into the hole. It's about trusting the operator, he said, sinking his own shovel deeper into the mud. I looked at the operator. The sunglasses he wore hid his eyes. On this day, clouds of dust swallowed dozers, trucks, loaders, and diggers. You can sip water, or you can pray for a breeze. It makes no difference. Work goes on, one load after another. The people up top don't think about us working down in the hole, he said. They all flush their toilets. But if we're down here changing their shitter pipe, man, it's an open sewer. Let's out in our hands. In summer, spirits lift before quitting time. The jokes get funnier. The job easier to take than it was an hour ago. It's Friday. The gulls are drifting home. The roadwork's done.
Blue, blue water, brown, brown mud. Bust that stone, broken bone, sweat and blood, sweat and blood. I'm waiting, I'm waiting for their time to pass. Just an echo, just an echo.